right, shower is completed. That's not okay.
Oh, I just saw the gnat again.
That's not okay, in my opinion. Oh! I've ordered takeout. Yes, I have. I'm using a literal butter knife right now.
Tried my first bite of food. It dribbled on me a little bit.
One day I will be a plus size influencer who has died. That is crazy.
This video is so raw, you guys. Fuck.
Damn, what a real bitch is that?
Hey there YouTube, it's me Hens, and I'm back with Amberlynn. This one is called Lying to All of You. No sparkle, no vlog, no bar. I guess we're gonna get into it because it's a long one. It's 33 minutes, 33 and a half minutes, which is kind of crazy for Amber because it's longer than any of her previous videos in the last couple of months, I think. So let's get into this video.
Hey guys, welcome to a new
Hi.
video. This is the first video of the Amberlynn series. So I have no idea how this is gonna go down, but so many people
This is annoying
are like,
already.
girl, just react to some videos. And I don't know what to react.
Who said to do that? Who said to do that? Nobody. She's literally just copying Beck. She just is trying to ride this gravy train and pad her videos out. Like I said.
So I went to Instagram and asked you
Like
guys what
I
you want
said.
to see, and you guys gave me so many ideas. I got a cute little journal out, and I wrote down at least 30 ideas. Like, there's so many, but I figured I would start off with the video that I feel like altered my YouTube experience.
I have the video sped up, but like, look at the motions she's making. All of her neck movements, she's really feeling herself. She thinks that she's really done a thing.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. This is the first video of the Amberlynn series.
And then the eye rolling. It's like a flippant teenager.
So I have no idea how this is gonna go down, but so many people are like, girl, just react to some videos. And I don't know what to react to. So I went to Instagram and asked you guys, what do you want to see? And you guys gave me so many ideas. I got a cute little journal out, and I wrote down
Isn't it crazy that I have her sped up to 1.3 times speed and she's speaking at a normal pace?
at least 30 ideas. Like, there's so many, but I figured I would start off with the video that I feel like altered my YouTube experience and like the way people view me. It's a video that I uploaded 9 years ago on August 5th, 2016. The video is called Confessing Everything I've Lied About. So I remember that the reason why I filmed that video is because I saw another YouTuber do a Confessing Everything I Lied About, and their audience was so like understanding and like gracious, and I was like, I need to do the same thing because I wanted to be accountable. I was like,
The problem is that she had already had people calling her out from the Crystal era. There were already people calling her out then, and she wouldn't acknowledge it. She kept calling them liars. She kept saying that, no, you guys are just saying that. You guys don't know. You don't know. I don't film everything. You don't know my life.
holding a lot of guilt, and instead of my audience reacting in the same way that that other YouTuber's audience did, it actually backfired on me. And ever since then, like, I've been known as the girl who lied and the girl who continues to lie, even though since from that point I've made sure to be honest and transparent. Even
That's a damn lie. And she can't even help but smiling because it's just so false.
times where I did not want to be. Have I been perfect? No. I am human, but I'm also a YouTuber who shares a lot, but I'm still trying to
You
hold up.
specifically craft entire storylines and mislead your audience. Two Jades. There's two Jades, two wifeys.
To so much privacy.
Remember?
Sometimes the lines are blurred. Anyways, let's like get into this reaction.
You guys, so
I love this video because that's why I put it in my intro.
this video, let's be real, is a little
raw.
nerve-wracking for me to film, but I feel like I need to get this stuff off my chest, and I just want you guys to know that, sorry, my hair though, I knew I needed to poke these things out. Let's get real. Okay, I knew
Yes, pull out your little greasy things.
that coming on
Ugh.
YouTube, I was going
Breakage.
to need to protect myself. I knew also I was gonna get a lot of backlash. Backlash hurts sometimes. Unless you're a YouTuber who has a pretty decent following.
Okay, I've been watching the whole Quirky Love Rosie thing go down, and isn't this just so reminiscent of her? Like, this is just, they're the same person in so many ways. Just listen to what she says.
And they get a lot of haters. I don't think you'd understand.
You know, genuinely right here, I look so innocent. I sound so
No, you
innocent,
don't.
and I was getting a lot of hate at that time.
What makes you think that you look innocent? You just look like a person sitting there. There's nothing special about it. Like, you're not cowering, you're not in a specific setting that would make you look particularly vulnerable. You were just sitting in a bedroom. What? What? You were fully dressed. You weren't looking like a slob for you. Um, what? What do you want from us?
But that girl right there had no idea what was coming for her at all.
Just imagine yourself like at school and you get bullied by everyone in class.
What is this? What is this editorializing, Amber? It is so weird to try and reframe everything, like about the video and about, oh, doesn't she look so innocent? Not really. She looks like she's lying. In this freeze frame right now, she looks like she's in the middle of a lie, thinking of a lie.
It hurts, it does. And I feel like a lot of the time you need to protect yourself to prevent backlash. But no matter if I protect myself or if I don't, it's gonna happen. And
See right there?
No, no, because that is that exact same thing that she says now. Oh, well, I'll never be able to change your mind either way, so I just shouldn't even try.
Where I was saying,
And I just won't tell you.
and like sometimes you have to protect yourself. I remember wanting to protect myself and the people around me because the hate was rising. It was getting worse. And trust me, I was bullied in school. I very much was. But I was bullied by like a handful. And now all of a sudden, I was the
Amber, you were a bully. You told the story that you were a bully in school, that you broke people's glasses. Fuck you.
bullied by hundreds. I think I was just becoming overwhelmed.
I feel like I need to kind of admit to some things that I have lied about. This is really hard. I'm not a liar. I was protecting my feelings as much as I could. I know it's selfish of me to do. I'm putting myself online for a reason, to speak out and be like, this is me, this is who I am. And it's like, I still feel like.
But that's the thing, is like, that is a basis for people to say that. And you have to start acting differently in order to show that they're not correct moving forward. But you don't have the intention in you, and you don't have the effort in you to actually put forth the work to make it happen. Like, that's what I've been saying the past few reactions, is that she has to put the actual actions into place if she wants people to think that she's moving forward in her life. But she just does the same thing. She says, "Oh, well, I was just protecting my feelings." Yeah. And what did that accomplish? Nothing, because just like with the Ozempic, we knew where you were going with it. The whole song and dance of, well, I made the order. Well, they're delayed. But then they said, "Oh, well, you can use the dosage late." And then the wrong dosage, and all of these pretexts for why you don't need to adhere to the whole thing that you've orchestrated. And it's like, what?
There were certain things that I needed to kind of hide away.
And I do feel like that's okay. Like, I absolutely agree with myself back then. I wanted to be open and transparent and share my life. But like,
Ambi is such a psychopath, because that's the whole thing. If you said back then that you were learning from it, and then in this present time, you just said, moving past that, I always lived in a straightforward way pretty much all the time. We know that that's not true from your own actions and the way that you yourself have contradicted yourself. And then Alexis has contradicted you. Tommy has contradicted you. Emily. Um, who else? Beck. Then there's Jade. Then there's Destiny. The only person we haven't heard from yet, and then also Casey. Then the only person we haven't heard from is Crystal. So, Crystal, you want to pop up?
like, there was also another side of me where I was like, I need to protect some things. And in doing so, it led me to lie, which then led me to make this video. And it's like, I don't even remember the things I lied about. So let's keep watching.
Trust me, there's a lot of things about me that you guys have no idea about. But it's like, if I bring something up or whatever, or you guys see something like, I shouldn't lie, I guess maybe ignore the situation. I really don't know.
Sadly, I have learned that even ignoring a situation, shit still gets hectic.
I don't know what she is hoping to accomplish with this video. This is not doing her any favors. This is showing that she actually has even less regard for other people's opinions than we thought before. Like, this is just, look at the crazy eyes. I hate using that term, because, like, anybody could have eyes that look any sort of a way, but it's the expression she's making, which is why I call it crazy eyes. Because look at this. It's like she is so pressed to tell us that she does not care what we think about her and the fact that she lies constantly. And it's like, it's one thing if you got caught up in the old video and then in this new video you say you've moved forward to being truthful, but then that's the thing is like you actually have to do that.
Some people believe that withholding information equals lying, but I don't see it that way. When you're sharing
Yeah, see, she's using the whole, well, I have a different moral code. Amber, when you want to actually partake in society, you actually do have to adhere to the rules. That is usually how it works. Unless you have a lot of money and power, you usually have to adhere to it.
your life on YouTube, sometimes you want to withhold things. Like you still want to have like your privacy bubble. And I feel like that frustrates a lot of people, but it shouldn't. I think every YouTuber or reality star, whoever it may be, should only share what they are comfortable with.
I do have a list of things I want to talk about.
Your girl has always been a list maker, still am.
So the first thing, some of these you guys might not care about or whatever, but the reason why we moved to Kentucky, I said it's because Destiny wanted to be there for her mom. I said we wanted to take care of her. I think I might have said that in a vlog. I don't know why, but it's not the truth.
Yeah, I don't know why, because I don't give a fuck about her mom. She does, like, Amberlynn is just the person who will say whatever gets you out of her face in the moment. That's Amber. And somebody like that is somebody that you cannot trust. You cannot trust them at an essential level to actually support you, because it could just be like a random moment. They'll just not be there because, oh, in this moment, I wanted to do this other thing. And to me, it was more important. So, you're shit out of luck. That's the type of person Amber is.
Truth. We were just tired of Florida, honestly. I mean, mainly Destiny was.
That's
How
a
do I word
lie.
this without-
She's putting it on Destiny now. If it was on Destiny before, why would you say it was about her mom? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Like
That's
saying
another
too
fucking.
much, but
She's literally lying right now about the lie.
you know, get my drift.
Yeah, I get your drift.
Her mainly.
I get your fucking
she
drift.
just felt kind of like it was time to move on from Florida. You know, some things were happening that she just wasn't happy about.
Like the apartment, like how you let it literally rot away, and then you're complaining that it's rotting away.
And she wanted a new beginning. I have, said that on my Snapchat quite a few times and things like that. But I just felt like it was easier for me to say, oh, we just want to be there for her mom.
Okay, Amberlynn, this lie confuses me because I feel like it would have been easier for me to just straight up be like, Destiny wants a new start.
Yeah, because it wasn't about Destiny. It was about you. You wanted to get out of there. You guys had an option to move into a house, which is what you liked, which is why you kept going over to Destiny's dad's house instead of staying in your apartment, even before the whole water damage, unless that's why they were going over there and that it was actually going on for that long. Imagine.
Start somewhere else. I don't know why I had to like say something that wasn't true. That's a little weird, gotta admit.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys will consider that a lie or not, but it's something I've said that, I wasn't 100% like truthful about. So if you guys remember my aunt situation, this was a while ago though.
Oof, the aunt situation. I was not expecting this.
This was probably...
You weren't? I don't believe her.
I don't know. It was months ago. Months, to be honest. When I uploaded a video about how my aunt doesn't talk to me anymore because I'm fat. I'm a little on edge about that. I ended up talking to her and my cousins regarding that video. I had no idea they were going to see it. I had no idea my aunt even watched my YouTube.
You guys should watch Tiny Blue Anthropologist's latest reaction to Quirky Love Rosie. I think it would be really informative because This is exactly what Rosie is doing. She's replicating this behavior, but to Chantal's extent, where she's being extremely grotesque. Like, literally, she was on her lunch break talking about how difficult it was and how mean and disrespectful the company that was hiring her was for requiring her to actually do basic onboarding stuff, and that you would be on probationary period for like 90 days or something. Normal, normal shit that anybody who's been employed, like a retail store, a warehouse, an office job, all those things require some kind of onboarding. So I don't know what kind of jobs Rosie's claimed to have before, because she said she's worked multiple jobs where she didn't do these things. So whatever. She's basically doing this, where she's like coming up with all of these excuses for why she needs to not do it, or why it's going to be a burden for her, or like all these things. It's like this Amberlynn, she creates this whole mishmash of stuff around her and then complains that like it's all falling apart, but she's orchestrated it to do this. And then she wants to play a victim, and then 10 years later or something, she's going to react to herself saying, "Oh, I totally was justified to do that because I just feel like I was."
Anymore.
That is a true statement. I did not know that she watched all my videos. And I will say, when I did upload the "My aunt doesn't speak to me anymore because I'm fat" video, I genuinely, at the time, that's like genuinely how I felt. But that doesn't mean that it's true.
Or anything, and they were greatly offended. But at the time, I was vulnerable and I was upset, and I really felt like,
See, that's just like her apology where she says, "Well, I know that that's how I felt, but that doesn't make it true." The part about it not being true is the more significant part of the statement, and she throws it away. Like, come on.
blaming my weight on everything was just like the easiest way to go.
Okay, taking accountability. A round of applause, round of applause.
Wow. Wow.
I'm not gonna lie, no pun intended. I'm not gonna lie, I still do that now. I blame my weight on a lot of things. And sometimes it's things that like don't even make sense and aren't really justified.
Oh my god, I can't believe I broke that couch. My weight is really out of control. It's really got a mind of its own, you know?
It's hard. Like, I have a weight issue, and I have, mental issues that cause, me to be bigger. You don't just get this big
Yeah, this bitch is doing this on purpose. She's literally Eugenia Cooney, just fat.
for no reason. It just doesn't work that way. Like, of course, you can get, overweight.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just like, I'm fully there now. Where Jordy is with Eugenia, I'm getting there with Amber.
That's normal, but to become so morbidly obese, there's something wrong. And I kind of wanted to ignore all that and just be like, oh, my aunt doesn't talk to me because I'm fat. I just thought it would be easier.
And truly, back then, I did a lot of clickbait. And I think also titling my video that was very like eye-catching, and I knew that people would want to watch.
There's more to me than my weight when it comes to me and my aunt's, relationship.
She shouldn't keep admitting to this stuff. You just admitted that not only are you a liar, because you knew that she was not mad at you. You felt that way, but you knew that it wasn't true. That's the problem. And then you went on to portray it as that was the truth. That is even more fucked up. I have no respect for that.
I pushed her away because of
None.
just who I am and how I am as a person. And that's the truth. And it's really not has anything to do with my weight. At the time, I felt like that. Sometimes I still do. I really don't know.
And that's what I mean. And that's what I mean. She disregards reality and says, well, I still feel that way, so I'm going to be upset about it. Fuck that.
It's kind of crazy to me that like I am taking a lot of accountability, and I feel
It's kind of crazy to me that you think that that is accountability.
myself being super vulnerable in this video, and I'm genuinely admitting to things that like I know at the time I did not want to admit to. Like, being that vulnerable sometimes is really embarrassing, and I felt a lot of shame there, and I kind of feel it now.
I think I gave her a lot of excuses as to who I am. I fibbed to her a few times just so she would stay in my life. I know that sounds so fucking strange, but
No, it makes you sound very manipulative. It makes you sound like a liar. It makes you sound like you'll say whatever you want in the moment to get the least amount of resistance from whoever you're talking to. Just like I said, interesting how I can literally tell what kind of person you are because it's so obvious.
Wow, that is crazy behavior. So back then, I displayed
And you've endorsed all of the things that she was saying up until that point that lead into that, the behaviors that manifest out of it. And you signed off on it.
a BPD symptom, that I also still struggle with, but I'm telling you, my early 20s, I was so bad with that. So what it is when you feel like you're being abandoned by someone that you really care about, you go to like extreme lengths to try to get them not to abandon you. And me admitting that I would tell my aunt fibs just so she wouldn't leave my life is really sad to hear. Like, that is genuinely like, damn girl, you have been struggling for far too long. And I know I'm not perfect now in 2025, but like the Amberlynn back then, 9 years ago, she didn't know all of the knowledge that I know now about BPD. It doesn't make those things right or okay, but like looking back and now having an explanation is just like, whoa.
I don't know. That's really all I want to say regarding that is no, my aunt.
I'm pretty speechless, actually. I don't think Amberlynn understands how much worse she sounds now to be endorsing the things that she used to say and think and thinking that she's changed, but then her behaviors show that she hasn't changed one bit. It would be sad, except for the fact that I don't care anymore.
Aunt, you know, she didn't stop talking to me because I'm fat. She stopped talking to me because of the issues I brought upon her, I guess. And if she's watching this, I am so sorry, and I really just, I wish I could change.
I can't stand this. Already, it's the I can't change your opinion of me, so I won't try to change myself.
Who I am as a person.
That breaks my heart to see myself like that because I know that I was struggling and I didn't understand why I was the way I was in any regard. And it's like now, as a 34-year-old woman, I was literally 25 then. I was just in my mid 20s. I had no idea why I was the way I was. So being able
Amber, 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 Amber. I'd already been at my first job out of college for 2 years.
kind of like figure that out now, like I feel bad that I've let down that girl from 9 years ago because I didn't do it sooner, but I'm also glad that I'm doing it now.
Because I really want my aunt back. Like, it affects me, it really does. Sorry. Okay. The next thing is my weight. I wouldn't say I've lied to you guys per se about it, but I definitely haven't been like very into like telling you guys
I like how her tears just went away, and so did the sound of the tears in her voice.
my weight.
All right, you guys, so here is the moment that made it to where like no one ever believes my weigh-in videos. Like, people have been saying I've been lying about my weight since the end of time, when in actuality the only time that I have ever lied about my weight was during this moment in this video, and I forget how I even did that. Like, I'm on the edge of my seat, like I just want to keep watching.
I'm fluctuating a lot currently with my weight. It's frustrating because I'll do really good at something and then I will mess up, and then I'll do really good at something and then I'll mess up. This used to happen to me a lot where I would lose like 4 pounds and then gain it back, but now currently it's to the point where I gain like, I lose about 15-20 pounds and then I gain it back, and that's really bad for me. And I haven't really been 100% honest about that, because whenever someone asks me, you know, oh, she's gaining weight or whatever, I always just say I'm losing. I don't know. I don't need the backlash.
So I do understand myself back then. Like, I understand why I would say that.
You would say the exact same thing now. Like, the only difference is that you just say that you're not going to weigh in. That's the only difference.
Because I was not used to the hate. I was not used to the backlash. Now, I don't care.
She's
if you
so
guys know
clueless
how
about
much
her
I've gained,
own
how much I've
behavior.
lost, how much I'm maintaining. Like, obviously, because I'm used to the backlash. I'm used to the hate. But back then, like, I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want you guys to know. But I should have just ignored it. I shouldn't have lied. I shouldn't have led you guys astray thinking I was losing weight when I wasn't. That's not okay. And that has definitely made it to where it's hard for you guys to believe me now, which I understand that. But it was 9 years ago. Since that video, I can tell you, I have never lied about my weight since then.
Bullshit. Bullshit. I don't believe it. She just doesn't weigh in. Like, she goes months and months and months. Hello, Amberlynn just does not weigh in when she doesn't want to. That's the thing she does now, instead of embarrassing herself and trying to control the narrative about it. That's what she does.
At
She
all.
just deletes the narrative.
I don't want it. I just feel like it's so much safer to just say what people want to hear and what I feel like people will not.
Isn't that exactly what I just said? She said, I will say whatever they want to hear, the most perfect version of what they want to hear, because that will get them out of her face.
Hate me for. I don't know how to explain it, but I can 110% say I've never been 500 pounds. I know a lot of people are saying, you know, oh, she's 500 pounds, she's about to be 650 pounds. Like, this has never happened.
I was absolutely being honest there. And a lot of people even think now, like, oh, you've been 600 pounds. Oh, you're 650 right now. Oh, you're 700. People have always crazily overestimated, like, how much I actually weigh.
Crazily. You yourself had said, well, you've probably been 600 because you stopped weighing yourself, but then you kept gaining weight.
My highest weight is 485.
Moron.
And, right now, today, I weighed 476, I think it was. And currently, right now, I am losing weight. Like, I'm not gaining. I promise you that. I have been weighing myself practically every day. I skip a few days here and there. And the scale is going down. And I'm in fear it's going to go back up again because my mind always wins. Losing weight is mind over matter. And that's just how it's always been. And I feel like my mind is so strong with some things, but I feel like my weight is just like, ugh. Anyways, the next thing is about my girlfriend, Destiny's weight.
Why didn't she ever invest in one of those, it's like a lock you can put on your fridge. It's like a timed lock that only opens every once in a while, or the kind that you actually just need a regular key for if you can put it on the fridge. I'm sure Destiny is handy enough to install one. Why didn't you do that, Amber? Huh?
Gain and if she's actually gained weight.
So before we continue to see what I said about Destiny, I think this is another prime example of I should have just ignored it and I shouldn't have mentioned my partner's weight gain, weight loss, whatever it may be. But I have a feeling I'm going to say to like protect Destiny, I lied.
Whatever.
Ugh. I told you guys that Destiny has not gained weight since she's been with me. I've said that at least 100 times. But she has gained weight since she's been with me.
We're not surprised, Amberlynn. We are not surprised.
I do want to say before she met me, she gained weight from birth control. A lot of people are like, why'd she take birth control? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it's not really your business. Like, I don't want to say.
Girl, you should have just said that when people are like, has she gained weight? You should have also been like,
But it's not true. Like, yeah, that can happen, but then Destiny literally ballooned up within 6 months of getting with Amber. She was huge. She added probably about 50 pounds, and Destiny is tiny. She's so short.
that's none of your business. But I think I understand why I didn't say that. It's because if I would have said that's none of your business.
Destiny is shorter than Amber, and she added 50 pounds about in 6 months.
Then people would assume that she gained weight. And my idea at the time of protecting Destiny was to let people know that no, she did not.
A lot of people are confused because they're like, she's a lesbian. Why does she need birth control? There is other reasons why people need birth control, and I just don't really want to say that. Destiny did give me permission to talk about her weight and just explain to you guys that I have been trying to protect her feelings. When I moved in with her, or we like moved in.
Amber would say Destiny gave her permission even if she didn't. Even if she never even mentioned it, that she was going to talk about it. Amberlynn will say whatever she wants to give herself permission. Amberlynn is the queen of all of us, don't you know? Amberlynn is the queen more than Elon Musk is.
In together in our apartment, she weighed 181 pounds, and as of today, she weighs 206.
Okay, this is weird behavior. Now I'm like giving specifics. I went from wanting to protect Destiny to now like giving specifics of like how much she's gained. That's weird. I should have just stuck with, yeah, I lied about that. Let's move on.
It's because you were trying to distract from your fucking self and throw somebody else under the bus.
So she's gained about 25 pounds. On her body structure,
Lie.
that's really horrible, and I feel really bad, and I blame myself so
Definitely not 25 pounds.
much. I do. She's never been a healthy eater, though, I will say that. But I feel like it's only gotten a little worse since she's been with me. And I feel horrible about it. Like, I don't want to go into any more.
Well, yeah, of course it would have gotten worse because Destiny didn't used to go out all the time. And if she did, it wasn't with you. And it wasn't every day, multiple times a day for a meal. Right before they're getting ready to move to Destiny's mom's house, Destiny is getting tired of how much they're going out because Amber has to always go out to the grocery store too to get her binge foods.
That I just feel freaking horrible, and I want her to lose weight more than I want myself to lose weight because I care about her and love her more than I love myself.
Oh.
And when I see her eat something that's bad for her, it breaks my heart because she doesn't understand nutrition like I do.
She doesn't
It's such an iconic moment.
understand nutrition like I do. That went viral.
And I don't.
And that's the only part about that she cares about. She doesn't actually care about the fact that this is actually so insane to say that you understand nutrition better than Destiny does, but you are the one who's almost 500 pounds. You literally got with her at 420 and you're 476, Amber. What the fuck?
Like, who's gonna listen to me? Look at me, you know, that's just how it goes. I did not want this video to be like this, but I should have known.
That's the thing. She expects people to not know how much she weighed when she got with Destiny. She was like 515, 520 when she was weighing herself right before she left Virginia. And so that means she's gained 56 to like 60 pounds.
Okay, so something else I've lied about is the job I had in Florida. I told you guys that I was a PCA worker at a assisted living facility full-time, and I was
at assisted, not an assisted.
I was a PCA worker at assisted living facility, but I was not full-time.
You guys, I miss that job so much. That is by far my favorite job that I've ever had. It was so rewarding, and the people I met were absolutely amazing. So I would go in there on my days off. Me and Destiny would go in there on our days off, and I would do a lot of volunteering. I even did on days where
She's deflecting. She's now saying, oh, well, Destiny also went in on her days off. So it doesn't matter that I wasn't really working because I was still there. No, Amber. You made a big stink about people calling you out for not actually working full time and probably not even working when you were actually like around the residents, not just there. And that's the problem because there's liability issues with that.
Destiny wasn't working because I genuinely enjoyed being there and being with the residents. So I think the reason why I was like, yeah, I work full time is because I did go there during a full-time shift, because when Destiny was working, because we worked together, I would also go there with her. I don't know why I couldn't have like literally just said that though. Like, I don't know why I had to say that I like worked full time. I should have just said I have a part-time job, but I'm there full time.
I worked 4 hours. It started off 4 hours a day for 3 days, and then I got 4 hours a day for 4 days, and then I got 4 hours a day for 5 days. And then eventually I was 4 hours a day for 6 days. And then I started covering a lot of other just random shifts, like 8-hour shifts. And I did a 16-hour shift one time.
I'm telling you, that 16-hour shift was rough. I was there the whole day and then the whole night. And then I had to wake up the residents.
Oh, Amby, you could never work a real job. I've worked multiple shifts in a row because there was a time when there was a supervisor that wasn't there, and so I had to stay for a second shift multiple days in a row. Imagine that, Amber. Imagine that.
Change their Depends and shower some of them, and I was like half asleep. I was like, this is the first time I've ever done this, like a 16-hour shift, but honestly still such a rewarding job no matter how tired I was.
I was part-time. I was always on call, but I was part-time. I lied to you guys and said I was a full-time because I felt so guilty about my life in Florida. I mean, my life in Virginia. Sorry, I've lived so many places I don't even know anywhere. Okay.
No, she meant that she felt guilty for her life in Florida because when she first moved there, Destiny was working and she was not working. She wasn't even doing part-time. So she was truly a mooch, even off of a 19-year-old. That's Amber. She was 24, mooching off a 19-year-old.
I felt so guilty about my life in Virginia. I lived with my ex-girlfriend for almost 4 years without a job, and I lived off her parents. And
All right, so here I feel like I'm just making excuses for the lie that I told. Excuse doesn't even make sense. Like, I should have been proud of the fact that I even got a part-time job after spending so many years without a job. Like, I should have been proud of that, but instead it's almost like I felt ashamed, which is really weird.
I got
It's
a lot
really
of
weird.
beef because of that online, and a lot of people didn't understand why I didn't have a job at the time and this and that. So I wanted you guys to be proud of me, and I didn't want you guys to think I was some helpless person. And I thought by saying I had a full-time job that it would make me seem like some freaking awesome person, and really it did.
No, Amber, the problem is that, like, she cares so much about what people think about her, but she doesn't want to actually be a reliable person to other people. She doesn't value connection, like I've said before. She thinks that other people are there to serve her, and if she's not asking for something, you need to go away and not bother her. That's what she thinks.
Didn't. Um,
It's very straightforward once you realize it.
I don't know why I lied about that. Besides the point is I just almost needed confirmation from other people that I was capable to be in this world.
Validation. Validation is the word I was looking for. I felt like I needed validation from other people. People would
And that's what Amberlynn doesn't understand, is what I've said, is you will get validation by showing that you can do things. If you prove yourself, just stick to the one thing that you know and prove that you can do that thing. Show that you're responsible and take ownership of things fully. People might start to show you respect, but the thing is, you can't dedicate, or you won't dedicate yourself to something that's actually full of merit, something that would give back to people, that would actually be worth them valuing you, outside of you being some fat person who sits on their couch for an hour or two every week.
think that a part-time job isn't as good as a full-time job. But Amberlynn, it was good enough. I just wish you believed it then.
Sometimes I just felt like, why do I live off of everybody? Why can't I just support myself? I did not want to live off of Destiny, and when I was living in Florida at the beginning, I did not make enough money on YouTube. I lied about that. I did not make enough money on YouTube to support us at all. Now I will say YouTube income is incredible, and I'm so grateful for you guys because it really helps. It doesn't just help
Aww. Payback. Payback.
me, but it helps Destiny, and it helps her mom when she needs something. And I'm so tired of just living off other people. I got so used to it being a foster care kid, like, because I was.
Don't you fucking blame that. You were an adult when you swindled your way into Casey's house, and you were an adult when you swindled your way into Crystal's house. So don't you dare.
In foster care for so many years of my life, and I lived with
Because
so many families. And
she convinced people to let her move in. Nobody just lets you move in. Who the fuck are you?
homes and children's shelters that I was so used to just relying on other people, and I didn't want to do that in Florida, and I had a mom.
Oh my god, what the hell was that?
People, and I didn't want to do that in
There's a moth. There's a fucking moth. Oh my god.
Florida, and I had a moth on my head. That's cute. Just that, if you guys rewind and go look at that. I wanted to change when
It's kind of funny because moths in many cultures are a sign of death.
I moved to Florida.
Moths and butterflies.
And, you know, I knew the only job I could possibly get was working with Destiny, because not a lot of people want an obese girl. They don't. And I'm very grateful for, you know, I have a job here. I haven't yet started because they haven't yet contacted me yet, which is a bunch of BS. If you ask me, this is a big process. And, like, YouTube is a job right now. It's reliable.
She sounds exactly like Quirky.
Income, and it's a lot of income, and I'm appreciating it so much. Like, I don't even need a job outside of YouTube, but I feel like because of all those years that I didn't have a job while living in Virginia, that I need a job. I need to pay back. I need to, it's like a whole thing. But I just wanted you guys to know. Anyways.
It sounds.
I mean, if you didn't want to do that, if you actually just wanted to do YouTube, I'm sure that Destiny's mom would have supported you going and volunteering at, like, homeless shelters or food banks, things like that. I don't know, things that might give back directly to the types of communities that you belong to. But I don't know. That's just my wild idea.
To me, like I had a lot of guilt for not having a job while living in Virginia. And I think maybe like that's why, like in the recent years, I have been so giving, like giving money and buying people gifts and
Talk about somebody that does not know themselves. You give people money and gifts to control them. That's the only time you offer them free things, is with a string attached.
buying people things. And a lot of people are like, oh, you're buying love, which maybe that's a huge part of it too. But I also think it's me just like
Maybe.
making up for all that I was given when I was in need.
Something else I've lied about is my blood pressure. On several occasions, I have said I don't have diabetes, I don't have high blood pressure, I don't have high cholesterol, I don't have this or that, whatever. All of that is true, besides the blood pressure. I don't have high blood pressure, but I have borderline high blood pressure, where it's like semi-high. It's not high enough for me to take a pill, but it is there.
This is another example of like, I just should have ignored it. I can understand not wanting to like tell people like medical stuff, but instead of saying like, I
Actually, that would have bought you more goodwill. The fact that you clarified that, yeah, you guys, these things are not true, but it is this. At least you're owning up to something. That is accountability. And she's trying to avoid it with this. Like, that's so wild. She has it totally inverted in her head.
I don't have high blood pressure, just like never talk about the topic.
It's
And
so inverted in her head. Oh my gosh.
update on that. I still don't have diabetes. I still don't have pre-diabetes, but I still do have borderline high blood pressure. But it's never been to the point of like doctors wanting to put me on medication.
And it's a little scary, let's be real. I just want to be a healthy person. Like, this video is so raw, you guys.
Fuck.
Yep, that's another moment that went viral. And I also was noticing while in this, why am I so whiny? Like I'm giving whiny and it's making me cringe just like the slightest bit.
You're always
Fuck me.
whiny.
Like, damn.
Excuse me, Amberlynn, what'd you just say?
Excuse my language if you're young. Okay.
Why would somebody who's young enough that swearing would be offensive be watching you? Why, Amber? Why are you promoting your stuff to children? Groomer?
I wanted people to think I was healthy, even though I have unhealthy written all over me. Like, this is not good. People think I'm promoting obesity, and I'm not. I'm just trying to promote, like, love yourself no matter what while you're trying to better yourself. But it's like, don't be this person.
I still agree with that. Like, I will never promote morbid obesity, obviously. Like, I am just a human existing, and I'm also trying to show
Amber, you think that your life is worth vlogging and being paid for. If you wanted to show and encourage people to not be like you, you wouldn't monetize your channel. You wouldn't glamorize it. You wouldn't try and be like, guys, I'm so much a pseudo celebrity. I have stalkers. I have long-term fans. People pay me to watch me sit here as I grow my shelf.
show that like you can love yourself and be confident all while trying to improve. Like I don't think that anyone should be this size and be okay with that. Like there's a difference. But back to what I was saying about like wanting people to think I was healthy. Like I get that because there's such a stigma on like bigger bodies mean worse health. And honestly, it's true. Statistically, it is true. Yes, skinny people have heart attacks. Skinny people have diabetes. Skinny people, but bigger people are more prone to these things.
Like, it's not good, and I know I have high blood pressure because my eating habits and because I'm morbidly obese, and I haven't been tested for diabetes or, you know, cholesterol or whatever in a while, so I don't know, but
I think that she was saying statistically it's true because, and like relying so heavily on that as the statement, because she can say it's statistically true, but I don't fall into that statistic. I think that's what she's really saying. Like, because with Amberlynn, you always have to read between the lines. There's always subtext to what she's saying. And also, she likes to redefine phrases and meanings. So, yeah.
I can safely say that, like, if I eat a lot of sugar or whatever, like, I don't feel any differently. So I want to assume I don't have diabetes, but I'm just purely assuming, you guys.
What? Why wouldn't you, like, why wouldn't you just go to the doctor and ask if you could have some blood work done because you have some concerns? Why wouldn't you just do that?
I really don't know.
Thankfully, this time I'm not just guessing and I actually do know.
And that's what scares me. I currently don't have a doctor right now. I'm trying to get on an insurance plan and it's just not working. I don't understand why.
Bruh, she sounds exactly like Quirky Love Rosie. Like, she was so pressed that day one she couldn't use her benefits. She logged into the portal and was like, "What the fuck? I can't use my benefits day one?" No, of course you can't. Of course you can't.
And this also happened in Virginia. Whoa, like, I don't even know. So I'm trying to figure everything out. And I'm just trying so hard to treat my body the way I should have been treating it from the beginning. And sometimes my mind just, it overpowers me and I don't know how. Like, it takes control of my whole body, toes to my head. I don't get it. Okay, so this last one kind of goes hand in hand.
I'm sorry. I don't want to laugh at this version of her. I want to laugh at the current version of her that thinks that she's so much more enlightened now.
Don't vlog as much versus why do I ride a scooter in Walmart and why do I sit in the car when Destiny goes in the store a lot?
Laziness.
It's because I can't breathe. No.
Yeah.
I've gotten to the point in my life, and since I've gained so much weight, everything is hard. People ask if showering is hard. Yes.
So in this video that I'm actually reacting to, at the time I was living in Destiny's mom's house, and the shower that she had was like this old-fashioned, like small tub that like was on feet, and it was so tall and like the feet were so small that every single day I had to take like a shower outside of the shower. Showering at that time was like virtually impossible, or like a normal shower. Like, I made sure to clean my body almost every single day, but like I never stepped in the shower. And to wash my hair, I had to like put my head down and like wash it that way, like in the tub. It was rough, it was hard, it was embarrassing.
People ask if I can wear a seatbelt. No, they don't fit me. People ask if going up the stairs is hard. Yes. People ask why do I ride a freaking Walmart cart. Not only is
Destiny, I believe, said that that Amber didn't take a shower when she was at the mom's house, but I think she didn't even say all of what Amber just said. So I think that's why she's adding so much detail, is to try and clarify away all of the bad part of that situation.
my foot. That is the 100% truth. I do have either a heel spur or a plantar, whatever. I have not gone to a doctor for it, but it's also because
I have a whatever, that thing,
because I get so winded so fast, and it's because of my weight. And God, I would do anything to be able to vlog how I want to, but I feel like the only reason why, I mean, what am I trying to say? I feel like the only time I vlog is when I'm sitting or when I have air. Like, even just sitting here, like, sometimes I feel like I'm out of breath, and it's because of my weight, and I know you guys see it too, and like
get an asthma inhaler.
Hashtag relatable girl, because I still struggle with that. I have gone through waves where my stamina has been worse and then better and then worse and then better again. My stamina then at the age of 25 is probably very similar to how my stamina is now, but the only difference is I actually push myself to do more.
Talk about delusional. Amberlynn thinks that she is in as good a shape as when she was 25. Amberlynn, I am not in as good a shape as I was in when I was 25, and I'm exactly your same age except a few months younger. So, what are you fucking talking about? You're not doing better than I am with a whole 4 other people on you.
There's times where I'm like, where I am in the store, like I do go in the store, like I don't just not. There are times where I'm in there and I want to show you guys something cool, but I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to talk because I can barely breathe because I'm standing and walking, and it's really embarrassing.
As I was describing that, I think it made me realize that my stamina is actually better than it was then, because I vlogged while I was in Target recently and I was up walking in there for like 2 hours. So it actually makes me kind of proud of myself, low key.
And
Jesus Christ. Amberlynn is the type of person who would want to fuck herself. Really, not like in a metaphorical way, but in a literal way. If she could clone herself and fuck herself, she would. She really would.
I used to not be that person, and moving to Florida really messed with me. It really truly did. It made me so much worse off physically.
Ooh, girl, and it's only gonna get worse. And
that's kind of crazy, because Florida is the one place that she should have lost weight. There's so much to do in Florida. There's so much to do outside in Florida as compared to the other places that Amber would be into. Like, she could go to the beaches, she could go to concerts, she could go to, there's like all sorts of stuff. She could go they could go on a trip to Disney. They could have saved, if they were really working and like living together long term, they could have saved and gone to Disney, I'm sure. Like they could have gone with Destiny's dad or something, whatever.
Really makes me really
They didn't
sad
want to.
because pretty
She didn't
soon
want
you're
to.
gonna have a moment in your life. It's only gonna be about 6 months long, but you're gonna be like low key bedbound. I wish I could just go back to
Low
that
key.
time or even prior
Low key bed bound. You know, I just low key couldn't get up. I just fell and I couldn't get up, you know?
to, like when I was in Virginia, and I wish I could have just like stayed on my weight loss journey, like genuinely.
Because I let myself go. I stopped caring. I met Destiny and she was very set in her weight, and she didn't understand like how to lose weight or anything. And so like I kind of got in that groove where I didn't care either, because she accepted me and she loved me, and I regret it. I fucked up. Look at me, a fuck up. That's really all I can say.
No, because that's that same, oh, well, I just better not even try. Because it's like not about the fact that you messed up. It's that you messed up. Oh, well, nothing I can do about it now. That's the attitude I'm talking about.
I think that's it for now. I hope you guys appreciate this video. I feel like so many people are gonna be yelling and
It's
mad.
it's a quitter mentality. It's a quitter mentality from the start.
Harsh, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to read the comments.
Yep, girl, this video made a lot of people mad, and still 9 years later, people bring up this very video. And still, if I could go back in time, I would still film it, because I remember after I filmed it, like a weight just like came off of me. It made it to where people didn't trust me anymore, which definitely fucking sucked. But I no longer was guilty, and I no longer was lying to my audience.
I really don't. So this video, I might not read them, but if you guys watch this straight through, I appreciate it so much. This took so much nerve. I can't even explain how much nerve this took, but I appreciate you guys watching this, and I really hope you guys don't hate me. I'm a human, I make mistakes, I'm not perfect, and I was just trying to protect myself, and while doing so, I not only hurt me, but I probably hurt you guys. So, but I still hope you guys enjoyed this video for what it's worth, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Wow, that was a lot. I did take accountability, but I also
No,
had
you
a lot
didn't
of, like,
really.
weird random excuses and like whiny behavior that I was not jiving with. So I think I can understand why my audience
The weird part is that she's like trying to frame this ending part as though she didn't say, "Oh yeah, totally girl. I totally believe you and support that, and I would totally do the exact same thing now." Amber, really? Really?
was like, girl, this is not cool. But at the same time, I want to sit here and make excuses for myself and for my past behavior as like a 25-year-old who genuinely was so fucking immature. Like, I am super immature now as a 34-year-old woman. So imagine how immature I was at 25. So immature, it's insane. But anyways, wow, React Lynn, that was kind of fun, not gonna lie. Now I just want to react to a million different videos, not me turning into a reaction channel. Anyways, I hope that you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
This wasn't really a reaction. This was just her glazing herself. It was really not anything related to an actual critique of your real behaviors, a reflection of the ways in which you've actually grown, no examples of your modern day current behaviors that are so much different. Not really. I don't see any difference. I see you doing a lot of the same shit. You just don't film it, or if you do, you put it on TikTok because you know you'll get different views there. Kids, young people, people with that kind of maturity level. And then you get caught out following Instagram profiles with really disgusting names and even worse content. So, it was an accident, you guys. Let's get into the comments. There's no such thing as low-key bedbound. You are genuinely and literally bedbound for over a year. Yep. 9 years and no growth whatsoever. Only expansion outwards. And actually, she was low-key and genuinely and literally bedbound when she was with Crystal, too. So don't forget about that. Beck's newest vid, y'all. I'll do a single reaction to multiple Beck videos tomorrow, since it's Friday and I'll have more time. I know you did not just say you haven't lied since 2016, right? 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 That doesn't make any sense, because we know that you have. How to tell when Amber's lying? There are sounds coming out of her mouth. Someone needs to take the word accountable away from you. goes to one therapy consultation, and suddenly she thinks she knows the answer to everything. The smugness is out of this world. You really need to grow up, Amber, right? You were bullied in school. I thought you were voted runner-up to nicest slash friendliest person in school. Add that to you list. Add that to your list, girl. This is the worst attempt at damage control I've ever seen. It made her look worse. It literally made her look worse. Like, how do you come out looking worse when you're doing damage control? Except if you're Blake Lively. But she did make the comparison herself. Spoiler alert, it's all her just sympathizing with her past self's reasons for lying. Yep. Yep. Excusing and yet demonstrating that she hasn't changed one bit. LMAO, the most narcissistic thing ever, is reacting to yourself, OMFG. Yes, and I'll leave this because that's a nice number. Goral being 570 is being 600 pounds. There's not a big difference. Statistically. Lying to us about lying to us. It's like girl world inception, right? It's like, that's what I said too. It's like, are we in a house of mirrors or something? But then expecting us to feel sorry for her at some point. Like, is it because we're looking at ourselves and it's a clown? Because we believed it? With this much rage bait, Amber, don't you dare start crying when we all take that bait. Right? Right. Still zero accountability for anything. 100% narcissistic behavior. Pretty smug for someone with a life expectancy of 5 years. Let's read one more. Let's find one more. Girl, react to a job. Girl, react to a job application and a gym membership. And we'll call it with that. And if you like this reaction, leave a like, subscribe, and leave a weightlifter, or if they have them, leave like dumbbells or something in the comments. Talk to you later. Bye.